Okay, Zay, so let me break this down for you real quick. So, not only do you want to do the extensions, which strengthen the quad, but if you only do that, if you only strengthen the quad, you might just end up putting more pressure on the knee because you might have a thing called the jumper's knee, which is already due to an excessive load on the knee. When is the knee under the most load, especially when you bend down? The quad is being loaded, which also means that you're putting pressure on the front of your foot, most likely when you jump. So what you want to do is think about this. Why would you want to strengthen what might already be too strong rather than strengthen the supporting cast? So you want to strengthen the hamstring, stretch the calf, and strengthen the hip. So why is the hip important? Well, anytime you're having knee problems, they always say look above and below. If we go down first, you have your ankle and then you have your foot arc. If you have flat feet, all that means is that your hips are internally rotated. What does that do? It puts more pressure on the knee because if your hip is internally rotated, your knee is internally rotated, and your ankle is internally rotated, creating a flat arch, which puts more pressure on the knee because your calf is tightening up. So if your calf is tight, your ability to go this way is limited. Where does it put more pressure on the knee? So you want to stretch the calf, stretch the quad, strengthen the hamstring, strengthen and activate the glutes. Your power comes from your hips, but right now your quad is dominating because of weakness up here that is causing deficiencies all the way down the chain. And strengthening that hamstring will take pressure off of the quad, thus taking pressure off of the knee. You need to counteract the strength of the quad by strengthening the hamstring. Again, stretch the quad, strengthen the hamstring, strengthen the hips. Take a video of yourself walking and see if your leg is coming in when you walk. Odds are your adductors are tight. So you need to get in that squat stance and stretch your adductors. How does all of this make sense with your play style? Think about dribbling a basketball. You're a shorter player, so sometimes you're right here. What do you notice? My toes are pointed in, my knees are pointed in, so I'm not activating those hips. I want those hips. I don't want the knees to cave in. But when you train your hips, you allow the knee to open. The knee moving outwards is done by activation of the hips. Well, if your hips aren't stronger than your adductors will take over. So right now, what we want to do is try to get this to catch up with this so we can get out here with it. So when we slide, your hips are supporting your knee. Because right now when you're sliding, you're putting a lot of stress on that knee, and as you get older, bro, if you already have one bum knee, that means the other one's already doing more work right now. And the longer that happens, you'll have one knee go down, this one will be throbbing, but then it'll go to your hips. So if you really start to strengthen the glutes, use the resistance. Here, let me show you some very simple but effective things you can do to strengthen the hips. Watch this. So just bend down, put the band around your knees, and when you push your knees out, you'll feel the hips fire up. Now keep the toes pointed forward, keep the band pushed out, take a step to the right, keeping the knee over the toe, pushing out at all times. Come here, keeping the tension, we're not here, boom. Now, and then, so do that back and forth, 10 steps, boom. And now envision yourself playing defense, but you're pushing out here. So your hips are again supporting your knee. So this is the way you can strengthen the hamstrings at home with bands. You just attach the band again to some kind of pole, lay down on your bed or on the floor, or have your girlfriend hold the band or whatever. Put the band around your ankle like that, lay down, and just curl this way, so full stretch. Really try to squeeze that hamstring. Don't let the low back, try to keep the low back down. Squeeze the glute, full stretch, right there. Slowly, boom, both legs, okay? Another absolutely fundamental exercise that you can do at home, with or without the band, preferably with the band, is just a glute bridge on the floor. Simple. Like this, lay down, feet on the ground, make sure your back's flat, Push the band out with your knees and just drive your glutes, squeeze your glutes, keep the knees pushed out, control down, boom. Boom. Once you get good at those, go single leg. Boom. Boom. Okay?